Susanna is saying, what do you think of this sex segregation in Tehran parks? What is the reaction? The reaction, okay, so for people who don't know, Iran, in some cities in Iran, and I think in some places in Iran, they are making some parks women only. And some mullahs came out and said that that's because we want women to be able to enjoy parks with security without men, and just have women be safer, right? But the reaction has been huge. The reaction has been, people are like, oh my god, you're segregating women. I mean, people are like, this is something that is, okay, so I know for a lot of you, Islamic countries are all the same, okay, but this is something that you would expect. I mean, and I know the mullahs are extremely radical, okay, and very conservative, but making women only parks is not something that you expect to happen in the Islamic Republic of Iran. In Iran, it's something that you would expect to happen under Taliban, okay? So the reason, it's not because the mullahs don't want to segregate the parks in Iran. They would wish they could do that. But the Iranian people, based on the experiences they have had under the Pahlavi dynasty before the Islamic Republic, and the strong role of women in society back before the Islamic Revolution, and the position of women in Iranian society, it's just harder to do these things in Iran compared to a country like Afghanistan or Saudi Arabia, right? The resistance to ideas like this is a lot more higher from the Iranian people, okay? The Iranian people went through a golden age of women being very educated, having highest positions in society, and just having shining careers in entertainment, and people, treating them like goddesses, at least for a long time. So for the Islamic Republic, the revolution to happen, and them trying to turn back the clock, it was harder based on the experience that the Iranian people have had. That is harder to do in Iran than some other Islamic countries, even though the mullahs really want that, right? So this obviously something is like, a lot of people refer to it as the Talibanization of Iran, right? They keep comparing this to Taliban. Has the pictures of it has shocked the Iranian people, and there's a high level of outrage right now happening, and shows how much bolder the mullahs are getting, right? Like, people are like, oh my god, look at these people. Like, instead of trying to submit to us and getting more, like, realizing that they're, that we're not gonna take all of this Islamization, they're actually getting bolder. How dare they, right? Yeah, the images, by the way, is horrible. Like, it just looks like they're turning the parks into a prison, right? And women are coming out and saying, don't act like this is for our protection. They're like, this is segregate, this is male and female segregation. Call it by its name. And the officials are like, oh no, this is not segregation, this is for women protection. And I'm like, how is this not? And people are like, how is this not segregation? You're literally saying women only. Obviously this is segregation. Anyways, but they're saying, like, no, don't call it segregation, this is protection. Oh yeah, see, Puya, who is Iranian, right now in the live chat, exactly what I told you. A lot of Iranians are saying this is like the Talibanization, and Puya, who is an Iranian in the live chat, specifically just said, I think they stole the idea from the Taliban. See, this is the reaction that people are giving. Susanna saying, what in the Taliban is what I imagine the reaction would be. Exactly. Yeah, Ibn Qiyam saying segregation sucks.
Hey guys, if you want to join these streams live, get your comments and questions read by Ali and Armin and the guests, and most importantly, to get full access to the full video versions of all these episodes, become a patron. Link in the description below.